My boyfriend cheated on me with my mom. Now she's pregnant with his baby. I never thought I'd share something like this publicly, but here we are. I guess I just need to scream into the void and maybe hear from someone who'll believe me, because honestly, sometimes I don't even believe it myself. I'm Emily. I'm 22 now, but this started when I was 20. At that time, I had been dating Jake, my boyfriend, for almost 2 years. Jake was 28, charming, respectful, and incredibly attentive. The kind of guy who remembered little things, like how I liked my coffee or what side of the bed I preferred. I genuinely thought he was the one. My mom, Linda, was 41 at the time. She was a single mother, raised me alone after my dad left when I was a baby. And to be fair, she looked amazing for her age, well-groomed, confident, a little too flirty at times, but nothing I hadn't grown used to. She met Jake during a holiday dinner I hosted. They clicked instantly. She kept calling him handsome, touched his arm when she laughed. I laughed too, thinking she was just trying to be cool mom. But over time, her behavior started to feel weird. She'd ask if he was coming over even when I wasn't. She started dressing up more when we visited her, and once I even caught her wearing perfume Jake had gifted me. I remember jokingly telling her, "You're not trying to steal my boyfriend, are you?" She smiled. And said, "Well, I wouldn't blame him if he had second thoughts." I laughed. But deep down, it didn't feel like a joke. Fast forward a few months. Jake started getting distant. Not cold, just distracted. Less talkative. Less present. He'd say things like, "Just stressed with work," or "I'm tired," or even "Let's not go to your mom's this week, I'm not up for family stuff." I started getting paranoid. I thought maybe he was cheating, but I assumed it was some coworker. Never did I imagine what was actually happening. One night he said he was staying late at the office. I was feeling anxious, so I decided to bring him dinner as a surprise. He wasn't there. His coworkers told me he had left over an hour ago. I tried to call, no answer. That night, something inside me snapped. The next day, when he came over to my place, I waited for him to fall asleep, and I checked his phone. I know it was a violation of privacy. I know. But what I found was a chat with someone named L. Redheart. The messages said, "I miss the way you touched me last night. It's getting harder to hide this from her. I wish I met you first." My whole body went cold. I kept scrolling until I saw a selfie. It was my mom. In a bathrobe. In his apartment. With his hand clearly visible on her waist. I woke him up. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I just stared at him and said, "How long has this been going on?" He looked at the phone. Then at me. And said, "Emily, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to happen." I left. I went straight to my mom's house. I was shaking, crying, furious. When she opened the door and saw me, she didn't say anything. I said, "You slept with Jake." And she started crying. She said, "I didn't plan it. It just happened." I was in complete shock. My own mother. The woman who raised me. Who told me to be careful with men. Who said no one would ever love me like she did. And she betrayed me. With the man I loved. But that wasn't the end. The next sentence changed everything. "Emily, I'm pregnant." She said she found out 2 weeks ago. She said she didn't tell Jake yet. She said she didn't plan to keep it at first, but it felt like a second chance at motherhood. I didn't say a word. I walked away. I blocked both of them. Deleted everything. Packed my things and moved to a new city the following week. I was completely numb. I had lost my boyfriend. My mother. My home. My trust in people. All in the same week. That was 2 years ago. Since then, they've gone public. They're living together. They had the baby. A girl. Technically, she's my half-sister. Emotionally? I don't even know what she is to me. I've never seen them again. But sometimes, I check their social media with a fake account. They look happy. Like nothing ever happened. And me? I'm still in therapy. I'm healing. But there are days when I still wake up, remembering that moment I found the messages, and it feels like it just happened. I don't know if I'll ever trust anyone again. It's been over 2 years since I spoke to either of them. Jake. My ex. Linda. My mother. Or as I now call them in my head, the 2 people who destroyed me. I've done everything to rebuild my life. Moved cities. Changed my number. Went no contact. Therapy helped, slowly. I started dating again, very carefully, very slowly. But I was surviving. Until last week. I came home from work and found an envelope in my mailbox. No return address. No name. Inside was a single photograph and a handwritten note. The photo was of a little girl, maybe a year and a half old. She had Jake's eyes. My mom's cheekbones. She looked like both of them, but also, weirdly, like me. It was disturbing. Unsettling. The note said, "Her name is Hope. She doesn't know about you yet. But she will. She deserves to know her sister. L." I sat on the floor for an hour, staring at the picture. Sister. What does that even mean in this context? She's the daughter of my ex-boyfriend, and my own mother. She's technically my half-sister. But I can't look at her without seeing betrayal, lies, pain. Still, she's just a child. An innocent baby born into a nightmare of a situation she didn't choose. I didn't sleep that night. I kept playing out scenarios in my head. What if I met her someday? What would I say? How do I even explain who I am to her? Hi, I'm Emily. I'm your older sister. And also the daughter of the woman who gave birth to you. And the ex-girlfriend of your father. Who's also my mom's partner now. What kind of twisted family tree is this? And yet, part of me wants to meet her. Just once. To see her laugh. To know if she'll grow up kind. To know if I can be better than what I came from. But then another part of me screams. Why should I carry the weight of their choices? They didn't think about me when they destroyed my life. Why should I open the door for them now? After days of silence, I wrote back. It wasn't long. Don't contact me again. If one day she's older and wants to find me on her own, fine. But this isn't for you to decide. You made your choice. I'm making mine. Emily. I don't know if I'll ever hear from them again. But mailing that letter felt powerful. Like I finally took my voice back. I don't know what the future holds. But for now, I'm still standing. Still breathing. Still healing. And that, after everything they did, feels like victory. So yeah. After 2 years of silence, a letter from my mother and a photo of their baby. I thought I'd closed the door for good. Until this week. I got a DM on Instagram from someone I hadn't spoken to in forever, Sophie, Jake's younger sister. I didn't respond right away. I stared at the message for hours. Emily. I don't know if you care. But my brother's life is falling apart. Linda left him. She took the baby and disappeared. And he's not doing well. He talks about you a lot. Not like he wants you back, just like he regrets everything. And then the line that gutted me. Honestly? I think he loved you the most. He was just too broken to keep it. So yeah. After 2 years of silence, a letter from my mother and a photo of their baby. I thought I'd closed the door for good. Until this week. I got a DM on Instagram from someone I hadn't spoken to in forever, Sophie, Jake's younger sister. I didn't respond right away. I stared at the message for hours. Emily. I don't know if you care. But my brother's life is falling apart. Linda left him. She took the baby and disappeared. And he's not doing well. He talks about you a lot. Not like he wants you back, just like he regrets everything. And then the line that gutted me. Honestly? I think he loved you the most. He was just too broken to keep it. I didn't tell anyone. I didn't answer Sophie. I just drove to the last address I remembered. When he opened the door, I barely recognized him. Pale. Thin. Eyes sunken. A shell of who he used to be. He didn't speak at first. Just looked at me like I was a ghost. Then he said, "I don't deserve to say sorry." And I said, "No. You don't." We talked. Quietly. For maybe 20 minutes. He told me everything. That he hated himself. That it started as a stupid mistake. That Linda manipulated him. That it became toxic fast. That he was too weak to leave once she got pregnant. That he never wanted to be a father like this. He started crying. Hard. On the floor. Knees to his chest. And I didn't comfort him. I just said, "This isn't closure. This is a consequence." I turned around. And I walked away. It's been 5 years. I'm 27 now. I live in another city. Different job, different apartment, different everything. Most people in my life don't even know what I've been through. I never told my current partner the full story. Not because I'm hiding it, but because, for the first time in my life, it doesn't define me. I healed. Not all at once. But piece by piece. I've learned how to trust again, carefully. How to feel safe. How to sleep without nightmares. Jake and Linda? I haven't seen them since that day I walked out of his apartment. Until last month. I got a letter. A real one. Handwritten. No stamp, just dropped in my mailbox. It started with, "Dear Emily, I know you don't know me, but I think I might be your sister." My hands went numb. The letter was from Hope. She's 5 now. She said she found an old photo in a drawer, one where I was in the background. She asked Linda who I was. Linda told her, "That's nobody. Forget her." But kids aren't stupid. She kept asking. She found my name. She found where I lived. She asked someone to help her write the letter. "I don't know why you don't talk to us," she wrote. "But I want to know you. Even just a little. Even if it's a secret." I sat on the floor of my hallway and cried for 40 minutes. Not because I was sad. But because I realized this little girl, this innocent human, had nothing to do with the mess that made her. And she still wanted to know me.